Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Inclusive World. Over the last year, we've seen increasing violence against different factions of our society. Just last week, we saw some horrific acts against our Asian American friends. And with everything that's going on, my hope that we can live in an inclusive world, a world in which every one of us feels included from the inside out, is reinforced. A world in which every one of us feels included from the inside out is a world in which each of us can be the impact we want to see in the world. So far, we've talked about a few different things. First, in order to build an inclusive world, we've got to start with including ourselves in this world, to show ourselves the grace we would like others to show us. The second thing that we've talked about is that in order to include ourselves, we need to come home to ourselves. And the third thing that we've talked about is that in order to come home to ourselves, we need to bring our mind back to our body and our attention back to the present moment. So, in order to bring our mind back to our body and our attention back to the present moment, we have to understand and feel when our mind has actually left our body and when our attention is no longer in the present moment. How do we build that understanding? The answer is practice. And the best kind of practice is a consistent daily practice. I'm a huge fan of consistent daily practices. I think they're the best way to get started with a new habit. If you can set yourself bite-sized, achievable goals that you can meet every single day, then you set yourself up for success in the short term, and over the longer term, you have intrinsic motivation to continue working on that habit. For me personally, this is how I started writing, and I use writing as a way to process major decisions in my life now, but all of this started with a daily practice of writing. Right now, I have a daily practice of meditating. I meditate at least 30 minutes every day, and I have been doing that since the first of this year. And so I recommend the same practice for you, to create a daily practice of meditation so you can start learning to observe when your mind leaves your body or when your attention leaves the present moment. And when you know that that's happening, that is a sign that it's time to bring everything back, to come back to that present moment, to come back to your body and operate from that place. So when we talk about meditating, I think people generally get worried that it's going to take up a lot of time in their day, but it can be really, really simple. You can start with just 1 minute every single day, and then you can build up from that to 5, maybe 10 minutes or even longer. But all you need to do is just get started with that 1 minute anytime during your day. I highly recommend Insight Timer as an app that you can use to start your meditation practice. And I have a 1 minute meditation on this channel on YouTube as well. So good luck building your daily practice of meditation, and I will see you next week.